John Doe and Jane Doe. In Roblox mythology, John Doe and Jane Doe are the original ghosts. They were created by Roblox's developers back in 2006 as test accounts to help debug the platform. For years, they sat idle, until players found them again, decades later. Suddenly, screenshots started circulating of John Doe logging into servers. Myths began to form. People claimed John Doe would hack the platform on March 18th, steal accounts, and delete games. Players warned each other not to log in on that day, thinking Roblox would be destroyed. But Roblox themselves eventually debunked the rumor, explaining that John Doe and Jane Doe were harmless internal accounts that hadn't been used in years. Still, the fear was real. And that's why they remain legends, not because they were dangerous, but because their silence made them mysterious. Noli? Long before creepypastas and YouTube horror channels took over Roblox culture, there was Noli. The legend says Noli was a mysterious player who could appear in your game without invitation, destroy maps, or teleport players out of existence. Some said his avatar looked glitched. Others claimed he left cryptic messages in the chat before vanishing. In truth, there's little evidence that Noli ever existed. Most of the stories originated from old Roblox forums and early myth games, but that's what made it so effective. Noli became the blueprint for the haunted account archetype that would inspire hundreds of horror games and myth communities later on. Even today, if you mention Noli on Roblox, old players will nod in recognition. He was the first ghost story of Roblox, and his shadow still lingers in its digital halls. Guest 666. Guest 666 is, without question, the most famous Roblox horror legend of all time. Back when players could join games without an account, they would appear as Guest 1234, or any random number. But somewhere among those guests, the number 666 became cursed. Players began reporting sightings of Guest 666, a user who could talk despite guests being muted, spawn items, and crash servers. People said he had admin powers, red eyes, and a broken avatar. Screenshots and evidence flooded YouTube, spreading the legend like wildfire. Of course, none of it was ever proven, but that didn't stop the story from taking over Roblox horror culture. When Roblox officially removed guest accounts in 2017, many players claimed Guest 666 was gone forever, while others said he still roams the game, watching from the shadows. Whether you believe the story or not, Guest 666 perfectly captures what makes Roblox legends so powerful: fear mixed with nostalgia. Matt Dusek. While not as famous to the newer generation, Matt Dusek was one of Roblox's earliest technical minds. He worked as a software architect, helping build the foundations that Roblox still runs on today. But over the years, his name started appearing in myth communities, sometimes reimagined as Dusekar, a mysterious figure tied to the darker side of Roblox lore. In fan-made universes like Forsaken, Matt Dusek became a kind of symbolic character, a hidden developer who knows the secrets of Roblox's creation. It's a mix of truth and fiction that reflects how players mythologize real people into legendary roles. In reality, Matt Dusek was one of the engineers who helped make Roblox stable and scalable. But in the community's imagination, he became something more, a mysterious ghost in the machine, forever tied to the origin of Roblox itself. 1X. Now we move into the darker side of Roblox lore. 1X, the name alone became a warning. A whisper passed through servers in the late 2000s. Don't join if 1X is online. The story said he was a hacker, powerful, unstoppable, able to shut down games and ban players at will. People claimed to see his name appear in-game before servers crashed or messages glitched out. But here's the truth. 1X wasn't a hacker at all. The account was originally created by Roblox developers, possibly even by Shedletsky, as a simple test or experiment. Years later, players rediscovered the account and built a myth around it. YouTubers, forum users, and creepypasta writers all added their own twists until it became one of Roblox's biggest legends. To this day, 1X stands as the symbol of the hacker myth, a perfect storm of fear, mystery, and imagination that only a community as creative as Roblox could produce. Erik Cassel. Every legend has an origin, and for Roblox, it begins with Erik Cassel. Erik wasn't just a developer. He was one of the visionaries who helped build the platform from nothing. Back in the mid-2000s, when Roblox was still just an experiment in physics-based games, Erik served as the vice president of engineering and worked alongside David Baszucki to turn it into a global phenomenon. He wasn't just coding features, he was building dreams. His work laid the foundation for everything Roblox would become. the games, the economy, even the studio tools creators use today. But Erik's story also carries a deep emotional weight. In 2013, he passed away after a long battle with cancer. The news shook the Roblox community to its core. Players held in-game vigils, tributes, and memorials, because Erik wasn't just a name in the credits. He was family to the people who grew up playing what he helped create. Today, Erik Cassel isn't remembered as a myth or a rumor. He's remembered as the man who made Roblox possible. Builderman. Every Roblox player remembers their very first friend. For years, that friend was always Builderman. Builderman was more than just an account. He was the friendly face of Roblox itself. Created by co-founder David Baszucki, Builderman automatically sent friend requests to every new player, welcoming millions of users to the game. For many, that first notification wasn't just a system message. It was a warm handshake from the platform itself. In the early days, players could even message Builderman and receive automated replies that felt strangely personal. It gave off the illusion that the creator of Roblox was directly talking to you. Over time, as Roblox grew, Builderman stopped automatically befriending new players, but the legend stayed alive. He became a nostalgic symbol of the old Roblox era, a time when the platform felt smaller, simpler, and full of mystery. To this day, many players still hold a special spot in their friend list for Builderman, the face of Roblox and the first friend who never left. Shedletsky. If Roblox had a rockstar developer, it would be John Shedletsky. Known first as Telemon, and later by his main username Shedletsky, he was one of the original minds shaping Roblox's creative identity. As the platform's creative director from 2006 to 2014, he wasn't afraid to be weird, bold, or funny, and that made him unforgettable. Shedletsky helped design classic Roblox features, events, and games like sword fights on the heights. But what really made him legendary was his personality. He joked with players, teased upcoming updates, and wasn't afraid to be part of the chaos. Over time, his name started appearing in myths, especially after he left Roblox. Rumors spread that he created hacker accounts like 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, or that he left secret messages hidden in old Roblox games. None of it was true, but it didn't matter. The legend of Shedletsky became something more than the man himself. He represented the creative soul of early Roblox, unpredictable, funny, and larger than life. Stickmasterluke. If you've ever played natural disaster survival, then you've already experienced Stickmasterluke's legacy. Luke Weber, better known as Stickmasterluke, is one of Roblox's most iconic game developers. He joined the platform in its early days and quickly became famous for his creativity and building skill. His games were simple, addictive, and built entirely on his imagination. No big studio, no massive team, just one guy who loved to build. He's one of the few early Roblox creators who's still remembered today, not because of controversy or myth, but because of the pure joy his games brought to millions. For many old-school players, Stickmasterluke represents what Roblox used to be, a place where creativity mattered more than graphics, where games were built for fun, not fame. Every time a new player gets launched off a map by a tornado in natural disaster survival, they're still playing a piece of Roblox history.